The gnomes actually are really, really brilliant with energy patterns. They are fabulous and they will learn you them. They actually will. And the energy patterns are just like, they bring so much power, honestly. So they're okay, they're quite good to work with. Then we have the goblins. So the goblins actually, France to Great Britain, hobgoblin, boggart, padfoot. Now the other earthly elementals, they seem to not have anything to do with the goblins. They really won't go near them. The goblins they seem to be scared of elves. They really are scared of elves. They will do what they're told by those because they are more powerful, I believe. It must be that. I can't say the other reason, to be honest. They are kind of hairy and their grins are quite wide. Not okay. To look at them, right, to have a picture of them, you would probably think it's a demon. Or it's just a goblin, actually, because they do look menacing like that. Their eyes are said to be brown. I do think some of them are quite... I mean, my nana always says that they were brown, and I really try to argue because I say you look more like black to me, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But they do come out at night. They actually can communicate with the flies and the wasps and stuff, and they can send them to cause havoc, like petulance, you know. They can send them to cause some really, really crazy stuff. So then we have the gremlins after that, and by the way, don't work with goblins, whatever you do, because they will trick you. Usually, they will trick you. Yeah. Now, gremlins, kind of distant relatives to gnomes and goblins, and they're still the same. Very mischievous. They look very similar, and it's said that they are about the house. They are about the house, causing problems for anyone, like, you know, with your washer breaking, your TV breaking, etc. And it's also believed that in World War II, it was a gremlin that caused aeroplane problems. So that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Can you imagine if that's what it were? So the kaboots. Now, these, they are okay, but if you mistreat them or you ignore them, they are very quick to have a fucking tantrum. Like, they will proper have a tantrum. Only ever really been witnessed as small, old, wrinkly kind of beings. Now, in Finland, they do have specialist exorcists to excise them. So, yeah. But if you treat them well, they will help you. But it's difficult to get that fine line of what they don't like, because it can take something quite small to set them off. And trust me, when they tantrum, oh boy, do they tantrum. They are not very big, but they can bring some energy, I tell you. So they will live pretty much here, there, and everywhere in the wilderness. They can be found in most forests, most woodlands. So the old lady of the elder tree, Scandinavian, the elder mother, and she loves the spring and autumn, and she really, really loves the full moon. Now, there's this thing about the white lady. My nan always said that the white lady, it's the elder mother, and because it's believed that she may actually wear white. I don't know. And then in some, from when I researched, they say that she wears brown dress. She does have a staff from a tree, but that's always been something that's been known. However, I'm not sure on the clothing, because my nan would say that the white lady is Lady of the Elder. Generally, she'll be seen in white clothing, making her look bright and stand out. Whereas when you research, it says that she wears brown. So I'm not sure about that unless she changes, like some of the others do. She really, really loves to have milk and honey at the base of her tree. Now, you must never just take from the tree ever. You have to ask before you take it, please, because she's sacred, so. But when she bonds with you and speaks to you, she will learn you a proper wand usage. She's very good at divination and working with ruins. Anything that is foreseeing the future, tarot cards, ruins, magic crystals, anything that is tree-related magic, she will help you. She will guide you with that. But do bear in mind, if she leaves her tree, she cannot leave for a long time. It's believed, actually, by some, not everybody, that when she leaves her tree and walks a distance, she's still connected by the roots. There's a root connecting her to the tree. But it is also believed by others that they can move trees. So it's very, very different when you research. But like I say, with the clothing, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all because, yeah, Nan said white, she researched, and it says brown. Now, Cornwall, England. The Piskies. Pixies. But yeah, they were called Piskies because they're pesky, basically. Them and the Fae, they don't get along very well. They can change inside, can Pixies. They can change to be tiny and they can be the same size as us. They tend to wear various green-brown shades so that they can blend in very well. They have extremely pointed ears. And their nose is quite tiny and points upwards. But their hair is gorgeous. They have beautiful red hair, honestly. And their eyes are green. Oh, wow, just unreal. They absolutely love flower gardens and the fields. Now, they're more likely to be about in May and June because that's their favourite time. But obviously they're always around. They are tricksters. They will play tricks on just about anybody. They are really not to be worked with because honestly they don't do cooperation. They just, I'm not even going to go into details. I'm just going to say it's best not to. Now, they do like to help people get lost. It is said that people that do get lost and become confused, that's because they are pixie-led. And it is probably best not to get pixie-led. Yeah, leave them a bowl of water at night in the garden, and that will suffice them if they're living in your garden with, obviously, cakes and sweets. The water is for a different reason. It's a belief that Nan had that by leaving them the Mother Earth's waters, so it has to be Mother Earth's waters, not just tap water or anything, that they use that to clean up the garden they were living in, and that made them happy. And obviously cakes. They all love cakes and they all love sweets, so yeah. Trolls, of course, are very earthly, and they are Scandinavian. Scandinavian. They are all shapes and sizes because they can be invisible at will. I mean, they can be a stone too. They can literally be a stone and then be a troll. It is believed, of course, because they are the colour of stone, but they are also various clammy-like colours, clay-like colours. It varies. They don't tend to have a neck. It's weird. They don't tend to have a neck at all. They're extremely forge-like. They like to build things. They're into mechanical workings of things. They're into building with wood and making things work regarding that. So, like, when you have a sawmill that used to go around, things like that, they absolutely love. They're mainly underground now, but it is believed some will be found in the forests and obviously in mountain caves. They do hide a lot in mountain caves because they can blend in to look like they are part of the cave, as I said, like a stone. They only come out at night, or after dusk when the sun's gone down and it's not so bright. They can actually be with a group of trolls. You can find a group of trolls. Usually that's when they're younger, though. That's when they're quite young, they'll be with a group. Now, if they appear to you, this means that they will want to work with you. However, you cannot demand, which you cannot with any of them anyway, nor can you ask. It's extremely odd how it happens, but I mean, the things that can learn you are the secrets of the stones, you know, like they're very good learning you science, the science of stone rituals, music and dance and magic. They're all into that, especially the stone magic and the sort of, go back in the day, like Stonehenge and stuff. They're really into things like that. They kind of choose to work with you, and how it seems to go is you don't ask or anything like that. It just sort of happens. It's like a flow, if that makes sense. It just sort of happens as you go along. If you're lucky to get to work with any kind of earth being, they will tell you that there's a mass to the percentage of the spell at which it needs to get to manifest. Think wisely. Obviously, before doing any spell, because you really have to plan it out properly. You have to plan it out very well, and always be grateful by leaving them, like your honey, your milk, cakes, sweets, ginger. I like ginger. Some do, not all of them. Now, when doing spells as well, they will tell you that, and I think it's the same because when you write things down and you want to draw it into you, you will fold the paper towards you, and when you want to get rid of it, you'll fold it away from you, and it's the same with the candles. If you want to, obviously, bring into your life, yeah, I'd say the same thing, even the same as paper, then you should apply top to bottom, but when you want to get rid, then you should apply bottom to top. It's the same with any process, really. But yeah, so it is believed anyway, through family tales, that there is a percentage in which you need to reach to a mass of spells in order to manifest it correctly. Yeah, it's very interesting. Anyway, those are the earth. Again, listen to my oxen. I couldn't sleep. I really honestly couldn't sleep. I've had terrible trouble sleeping recently. But